What up, what up, what up? My bad, y'all. Just eating a Rice Krispie treat. It's your girl, K.Honesty, and I'm about to review the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15, episode 13. So if you haven't seen the 13th episode of the 15th season of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, just turn this video off right now. Go watch the episode and come back and watch this video and chill with your girl. Anything I say is my opinion. It does not reflect anyone or anything associated with the show. These are my thoughts and expressions and how I feel. Ain't nobody paying me to say anything. These are my thoughts. I don't watch nobody else's podcast about the show. I don't watch Candy speak on it. I just be going off what I feel when I'm watching the show. I do watch other people's reviews, but I watch them after I do my review, so I don't have the same thoughts or whatever. I'm also not a public speaker, so I will tend to stutter. You might hear me say, so, like 1,000 times. Definitely might stop to regain my thoughts. Definitely going to be looking at some notes over here that I look at while I take the show. See, I just stuttered just then. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's an easy and free way of supporting my channel. Literally takes less than 4 seconds. So if you spend 4 seconds to watching this video, then you can spend 4 seconds hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button. You hit the subscribe button, you'll see that I don't just review the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I review a lot of shows. I just started reviewing The Chi today. And I'm doing this review in a storm. So you're going to hear that shit in the background. Because I don't know how to cut out backing noise. I ain't that good at tech, all that good stuff. Whatever you want to be. My reviews be as real as they can be. See, I got the little sweat stain on my shirt. Got my waist train on because I'm about to work out after I do this review. It is what it is. But anything else? I do like to grade these episodes before and after my reviews. I'm going to grade this episode. I'm going to give it a B+. It was good. We had some OGs. I mean, not OGs. I mean, we had one OG pop back up. But we had some old cast members on the show. And we had all the cast members of this season on the show. Nobody was missing. Candy was there. B+, man. MVP of the episode, I'm going to have to get an Sometimes I don't give the MVP, sometimes I do. When I feel like it's something that makes me want to give a person the MVP of the episode, that's when I do it. When I don't feel like it's no MVP for me, it's that nobody made me feel like, or something like that. Or oh my God, or something like that, then there's no MVP. But this episode, I'm going to give MVP to Marlo for that and scene. Like, I know Candy said that shit first, but no, I'm going to give it to Marlo because she used it perfectly in this episode. Because I was just like, man, we going to get into it. Last chance, if you haven't seen the 13th episode of season 15 of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, turn this video off right now because I'm about to spoil the entire episode. Oh yeah, I also got my handy dandy water bottle. And I am thirsty from that Rice Krispie treat. Damn, slow down. I was thirsty. We just gonna keep the top off this jump. Or was the top already off? I don't know. Because I just finished doing the Chi review. So I've been saying the same shit. Like my water bottle. I don't know, but top off either way. We can get into it. By the way, go watch my season 6 premiere review of The Chi. If you do watch scripted shows, whatever. Because I don't just review reality TV shows. I review a lot of scripted shows now. I think about it more than I review reality shows. I think this is the only reality show I reviewed? And the SWV and Escape Jump. But that's gone off. Can't think of nothing else right now. Oh, Real Housewives of Potomac. But I mean, it's Housewives. Anyway. But I ain't do Potomac yet. I'm going to do the new season. I just burped. It is what it is. Who excuse me? Alright, let me get into it. Last chance. Season 13, episode 15, Real Housewives of Atlanta. You ain't seen it? Turn the video off because I'm about to spoil it. Alright, so you know they give the little short scenes, little filler scenes in the beginning of the show. I don't remember that many. I just really be writing down the ones that stand out to me. Apparently Shamia is gonna be Shamia Morton, Portia's friend of, or was it Candy's friend of that be on the show sometimes. Apparently she's gonna be playing a stripper in Todd's new movie. And Candy was like, what does her husband feel about that? Oh yeah, we want to know. What does her husband feel about that? Apparently Todd gave them a role to Monietta that he also promised to somebody else. I'm like, what are you doing, Todd? You just telling all your cousins, friends, and all that they could be in the movie. And then forgetting you telling other cousin friends and friends that they can be in the movie too. Then we get Marlo with her nephews, Michael and what's the other one name? I always forget the other one name. But they about to take the little holiday photos. I do think that's cute that she takes the little holiday photos with them. They can always have them memories when they was living with their aunt. And she was taking these pictures with them every yearly. Because I remember they took the Halloween pictures. And she showed all the other pictures they took together. So I think that's super cute. So they getting ready to take the pictures for the holidays. And the boys was like, well, how about we have... Because Marlo was like, what y'all want to eat for the holidays? And they was like, well, how about we have Scott Lee come and cook? So Marlo was like, well, y'all know I'm not letting y'all meet him right away like that. And I was like, okay, at least she not bringing him around the boys. She brought him around the ladies too soon for my take, for me. I feel like she just did that for a more of a storyline. Because her and Candy not beefing, kind of like not at each other's necks no more. So she got to have something else. So I feel like that's when they bringing in Scott Lee. But I feel like, I like the fact that she said, yeah, I'm not bringing y'all around him just right away like that. So I was like, okay, at least she ain't bringing around the boys. She just bringing around the ladies. They take the little holiday photos, which I say, the pictures always look cute. Even the stuff Marlo be doing. Look, Marlo be serving the look, honey. I ain't gonna hold you. Marlo be serving. We will never take that away from her. Is her ass evil sometimes? Yes. But will she serve a look? Yes. She served Candy up at her own peach event. Sad to say. She be serving people up at their own events. Sheree's Gucci brunch. Served her up. I can't even remember. It was something else. She wore that little red and blue outfit. I mean, not red and blue. It was green and blue. Little green and blue outfit in Portugal. Ate the girls up. I be like, I don't even say stuff like that, but it's funny. I just feel like it's hitting in this moment. But Marlo be serving. Now look. So then we get this scene with Sonya and her sister Shari. I understand. But it's just like, okay, if we're not going to do nothing about it, what are we going to do? So Sonya starts giving her the 411 on the Portugal trip, tells her about the sound bath. You ever had a sound bath? Her sister like, no. This, that, and third. Sonya says in her confessional that Shari has a split personality because one side is very straightforward and tells you what you want to hear. Tells you what you don't want to hear, this, that, and the third. Then she says that she hopes that their family dynamic could get back to like normalcy because it's very awkward ever since she brought up the fact that what's his name, Ross wants just the Rosses to be living in the Ross household. So this is when Sonya, she gets emotional. I feel like you're not a part of big moments in my life anymore, Shari, like it used to be. Just in the third when I was running track and we had that other TV show. I just found out they had a TV show together before. I didn't even know. So this is when Shari's like, I've been the image of support for decades, but it's just I'm not that person anymore, and you don't respect boundaries because you'll say you okay to this 1 minute, but then you'll be turning around and doing the same thing over again. And she was like, I'm not your little sister anymore. I got other obligations that take more precedent. And it's like, okay, we've seen her tell Sonya this over and over again throughout this season. First episode, I was like, oh, this is going to be good. But now we just repetitive. Are we going to do anything about it? Sonya was like, you're right. I'm just going to have to do better. It's just like these conversations keep ending in the same thing. Every time we see Sonya and her sister, it's the same thing. It's just like, if Sonya ain't going to change, then Shari, you just got to move out. Sonya got to learn for herself. And she about to really learn because we see in the preview for the next episode, she showed Ross the pregnancy test. She could be pregnant. So this is when Candy meets up with 50 Cent. Miss Cynthia Bailey. So Cynthia tells her she's going to be back in Atlanta more often. Says she's happy to be back at Lake Bailey. Remember Lake Bailey? It's funny how they all got their houses named. It's funny. Chateau Sheree, Moore Manor. It's funny. But she like is happy to be back. I'm happy to be back at Lake Bailey. And talks a little bit about her divorce with Mark Daly. Is his name Mark Daly? No, that's Kenya's husband, ex-husband name. What's his name? Mark Hill. No, it's not Mark Hill. What the hell is her ex-husband name? I can't remember, but yeah, she talks a little bit about her divorce. And, you know, she don't want to be divorced. She 55, second divorce. She don't know how to feel, basically. Telling Candy all this. Candy basically consulting her friend, like, it's okay, friend, you know. So this is when Candy she expresses in her confessional that what she said? Oh yeah, in honor of Bedroom Candy's 10-year anniversary, she throwing like a peach social for an event. I didn't even know it's been 10 years. Dang. I remember when she was first thinking about that shit. That's crazy. And it's thriving. That's lit. So Candy's just like, man, I hate that you moved because I feel like I done got into it with everybody on the cast except for Kenya. And I was like, girl, of course you have, because all these people knew. They show her getting into it with everybody. I mean, even Sheree. I mean, Sheree's an OG, but still. And he probably can hear the sirens and all that. Oh well. And she says the event is to promote their new she said new product, Peach Fuzz, which turns out to be some type of vibrating peach. You're supposed to put on like the men's balls, or you could put it on your chin while you're giving head, and it's supposed to vibrate your whole mouth. I was just like, what the heck? They be coming up with everything, bro. That's crazy. That's some crazy shit. So this is when Candy tells Cynthia that she got into it with Drew. And Cynthia was like, yeah, you called me that night. I couldn't remember because I went to sleep that night during the Bolo trip. So I don't know if Drew kissed LaToya or not, whatever. So it's just seeming like everybody backpedaling, because I could have swore they said Cynthia said she did. I don't remember. But Kenya, Candy, and Marlo are all saying it happened. So this is when Candy tells Cynthia about how the convo came up. You know, Drew's supposed to be playing in my movie. We start talking about sexual encounters with women. And this is when Drew tried to lie and say she didn't kiss LaToya. So Cynthia was like, well, child, I want to be in the movie. If y'all got any opening acts, need a woman with some high cheekbones. I was like, I miss Cynthia. I don't care what they say. They call her boring, but I felt like she was like what you want to call it? She was like the person that not held it together, but like she wasn't even like the neutral one. She was just like the one she was like the filler cast member. Like, if you didn't want to really get into it, or if you ain't want too much drama, then you could put a Cynthia scene in there somewhere. That's what I felt like with Cynthia. That's the best way I could put it. That's the best way I could put it. So that these people that's creating this show, they watching these comments and all that, because they know that we love some baby Brooklyn. And they is putting her in more scenes, and I am loving it. She even had a confessional this episode. Ooh, I lost some breath. She even had a confessional this episode. I was like, go baby Brooklyn. So apparently Kenya's babysitting her baby cousin on her father's side, and they show little clips of Brooklyn a little jealous. She's like, I'm supposed to be the cute one. Why you all on the baby? The baby's cute, though. I was like, she's so cute, man. I was like, even when she jealous of somebody else being cute, she cute. So Brooklyn, she helping with the baby. Like, let me put the socks on. She's like, I'm a sister. Kenya was like, you want to be a big sister? And Brooklyn was like, yep. So the producers asked. This is when Brooklyn gave her a little confessional, seeing her and Kenya dressed alike. It was so cute. It was so cute. I was like, oh. She's like a little doll baby. She's so cute. So she's like, you want a little brother or sister? And she was like, I want both. She's like, I want both. So Kenya, you gonna have to try to work with some twins. She want both. She want both. If she says she want both, you give her both. She was like, "And I want a bunk bed. That Kenny got to stack up." Kenny was like, "Well, I guess I have to stack up." Brooklyn's baby boss. Kenny don't got no say. This is when Kenny was like, "Oh, Brooklyn, you gonna help me with diapers?" Brooklyn was like, "As long as you get me a mask." I was like, "I know that's right, Brooklyn. I know that's right. That's a smart little baby there." They just blew me. What the fuck are they watching? What the fuck are they watching? They just blew me with all that screaming. Anyways, they just threw me off. So this is when we get this Drew scene. Producers asked Drew, "Have you asked Ralph about what he did in Vegas?" She's like, "Oh, I asked him and he said he ain't do nothing. He said he was working. But I just can't really trust him. Because like anything can just place a wedge in between our relationship, and we're not on solid foundation, blah, blah, blah. Setting us up because we know they got divorced at the end of the season. So it's just like they setting us up for that, basically. Some of the stuff sound like they just edited her voice in. So this is when Ralph comes in, because apparently Drew's reorganizing her closet and telling the organizers they can jump on Ralph's side too. So Ralph comes in. They telling him like, "Oh, well, she said we can hop on your side." And Ralph was like, "Well, just don't touch this, that, and third." But anyway, Drew telling Ralph about the Portugal trip. Then brings up the fact that Candy said she kissed Toya. And then Drew shows Ralph the text of LaToya saying that they didn't kiss. And I ain't even gonna say that right now. Drew says in the confessional that she hopes Candy, what'd she say? What'd she say about Candy in her confessional? Damn it. I told y'all I'd be pausing because I'd be losing where I'm at. Even when I got my glasses. I have to start spacing this shit even more. For writing in bold or something. I'm just blind, even with glasses. Oh, so yeah, this is when Drew was like backpedaling. Matter of fact, from what she said last episode to Sheree. So she in her confessional, "I hope Candy lying doesn't affect me being in Todd's movie." But you were just saying last episode to Sheree, "Oh, if this affects me being in the movie, then I'm cool. If it affects us being friends, then I'm cool." And I'm just like, come on, Drew. This is why I can't believe you sometimes. Because you backpedal like that. So this is when Drew tells Ralph about Marlo sending the video to LaToya. And then she says in her confessional that she told Ralph about what Marlo was saying. And this is why Ralph probably felt the need to text her, just then the third. So this is when Ralph was like, "Well, how was my cousin there? How was cousin Courtney?" And Drew was like, "Well, she's just going to be Courtney for now." I thought that was funny, though. She's like, "She's going to be Courtney for now. We're going to call her Courtney. Like, if we ain't going to treat her like she a cousin, because, what'd she say? Because you can't always trust family." And I was like, "But Drew, she was never your cousin anyway. She was never your cousin. She was Ralph's cousin. And she was like his first cousin? So even if she was never your cousin. And y'all divorced now. She's damn sure not your cousin." I was just like, she never was your cousin. I don't even know why you do that. I mean, I get when black people, cause that's my cousin. But no, in this situation, no. Y'all was putting too much on that. She was never your cousin in the first place, Drew. And that's y'all found out on the season premiere that y'all was cousins. Y'all ain't find that out before filming? I mean, before filming. Because they was filming that, right? So this is when Marlo's little friend, friend/manager, the one that set her up with Scott Lee. She giving her a little itinerary. Telling her, "Oh, you got Candy's Peach Social." I'm like, "Oh, you go." I'm like, "Oh, Candy invited her? Oh, you going?" I was just like, "Oh, okay." I guess we just gonna act like the wild ass shit between Marlo and Candy didn't happen. I guess we just gonna act like that didn't happen, cause they just brushed that shit along, and Marlo and Candy just being cordial now. I mean, we cool with it to move things along, cause yeah, that was kind of irritating. So she giving her itinerary, and this is when Marlo starts saying that Scott Lee likes to party a lot, and And she like, yeah, but I get it. I mean, well, the manager girl was like, well, you know, he's a chef, so he works in the nightlife. He used to that type of stuff. She was like, yeah, I know. Plus, he's younger than me and things like that. She was like, I just don't expect my husband to be doing that every day. So the manager girl was like, oh, husband, hope we get married now. Da, da, da. Marla was like, oh, no, I ain't say it like that. Trying to backtrack on that. Backpedal on that. I was like, girl, you think about marrying that man? No. But that was cute that you tried to say that. Marlo be saying all the right things sometimes. She know how to say some shit. So she in her confessional. I want to see how Scott Lee is with his own kids before I even introduce him to the boys. The boys already got a male figure. They uncle, this, that, and the third. Which is understandable. Like I said, Marlo always know how to say the right shit. It's just the actions be stupid. No, the words be stupid too. She know how to say the wrong shit and the right shit. So this is when Sheree, being her little bone collector self, goes to see Candy. So apparently, Sheree got her boobs done. I didn't even notice she got her boobs done. I noticed she did something to her damn face because her confessional scenes was looking different. She definitely did something to her nose or something. I don't know what the fuck it was. She should have left it alone. Sheree's bomb. I don't know why she did that. She been bomb since the beginning. But either way, apparently she got her boobs done. She went to the same doctor that Kenny and Candy went to. I guess she got them lifted or something. Or she said something like one of them bust or something, and she had to get them removed and replaced or something. I don't remember, but I don't know how that shit worked. So this is when Sheree starts. How did the stuff between you and Drew start, Candy? So Candy tells her like about her and Drew's disagreement. Like you did kiss Latoya. Drew saying I didn't kiss Latoya. And Sheree then tells Candy about Drew saying, she felt like you was producing a moment, Candy. I mean, producing for your movie or something like that. So this one Candy was like, oh, for real? She was like, I'm totally okay if Drew is not in the movie. So this is when Sheree was like, oh, well, I think Drew said something to that extent too. I was just like, look at her bone currying ass. But I was like, in this moment, I'm here for it. Because Drew, you ain't about to get away with the shit you be saying. And then when you got in front of Candy, it wasn't really no smoke. It was kind of cringy to watch. So this is when Candy tells Sheree, I invited everybody to my little peach social. I even invited Latoya. But she was like, but I always invite Latoya to stuff. And then she shows clips of recent events she's had that Latoya's been there. So like I said, Candy always got them receipts. She always gonna back up what she talking about. That's why I be like, not too much on Candy. Candy was like in her confessional, she gonna invite Drew just to prove a point. I guess she thought Latoya was gonna confess. I don't know what she thought. I could have swore she said she wasn't gonna invite Drew to prove a point, but then Drew showed up, so I guess she said she was. So then we get these little filler scenes. One of them that pointed out that stuck out to me was Sonya and Shari. They was talking briefly about Shari getting a new place. Shari was like, she don't want to get a new apartment and then get her hopes up when it's not there in a couple of months. And I'm just like, why in a couple of months? Find something you can move into right now. Because if you wait a couple of months, you ain't going to never move out. It seemed like y'all complacent. Is that the right word? Y'all steady? I don't know the word. She was like, I never applied for an apartment before. Last apartment I was in, you applied for it, Sonya. So Candy's event starts, which is like the final scene of the episode. Yeah, it's like the final scene of the episode. They just flash different people. And it's a bedroom Candy event, so of course it's very sexual, naked women and men, not showing nipples or dick or nothing, but So Sonya and Ross, they arrive. Then Candy comes in. Candy and Sonya, they greet each other. Mayetta and Heath walk over. Sheree then comes over. Then Courtney. Candy was like, she feel like a... She said in her confession that she's like a sex positive pioneer. She was like, back when she first started bedroom Candy, it was taboo for black women to have sex toys. And I was like, it was? I didn't know that. I was like, is that a fact? Like, if I look that up, is that true? She was like, I'm responsible for hundreds of thousands of orgasms across the world, and I am pleased about it. She's like, and I'm pleased to say so. So like I said, Marlo arrived, eats the girls up. Is that how you say it? Eats the girls up. Got a little peach little dress. Eats the girls up. Got her Beyonce flowing. So this one, Sheree like... Sheree thinks she's slick. She always like to stir stuff up or like to bring up the drama, but then try to act like it ain't got nothing to do with her when it get heated. So this when she tell the ladies, mind you, Candy not right there. Start telling them, oh yeah, I told Candy about Drew saying that she was producing a moment, this, that, and the third. So I'm wondering what's gonna happen when Drew get here. So this is when Candy comes over, like, oh Marlo, she did that, she ate whatever, bigging her up and all that. And I was like, yeah, Candy. That's why I say Candy real. She ain't gonna lie when somebody look good. Marlo came in there and served her up at her own jump. So Marlo was like, they know I'm in here recording. They don't even give a fuck. Black people. Like I said, my reviews be as real as possible. And that's my loud ass mother and her boyfriend in the other room. I don't know what they watching. But anyway, so Candy bigging up Marlo on her outfit, this, that, and the third. Marlo congratulates her on the event. This looks amazing, this, that, and the third. So Marlo in her confessional, me and Candy got some problems, but I'm so happy that she turned her freak into a bag. I thought that was funny. I was like, okay. And Candy was like, yeah, we could be cordial, but as far as being in the friendship, no, it's not happening. She's like, I'm good on that. So this is when the ladies give all their different perspectives on the sex toys in the confessionals. Sonya has got a notepad like, okay, yes, that, make sure that, yes. Sheree got the box talking about something. This is Kenya's Roy. Kenya was like, I think Drew and Ralph will be using it the most. I was just like, okay. They doing too much right now. So this is when the producers, they asked Marlo in her confessional, have her and Scott Lee had sex yet. Marlo was like, no, we're virgins. Oh, did the sun come back out? It low-key did. But I'm going to leave the light on. It is what it is. So she was like, no, we're virgins. And producer was like, what about the hand stuff? Marlo was like, no, that's gross. That's gross. That's Candy stuff. What's wrong with the hand stuff? That's foreplay. Marlo just is. She act like that, but she probably one of them nasty freaks in the back in the bedroom. I was about to say in the back of the day. So Kenya arrives. You know that bitch always late. Kenya arrives super late. Then Cynthia arrives. They blowing me. I just made a mad ass face because I'm irritated. I know they know I'm recording. It's throwing me off. So Cynthia arrives. You know, everybody happy to see Cynthia. Cynthia ain't got no bad blood with nobody. So her and Kenya hugs. And Cynthia brings up in her confessional about her and Kenya falling out after Ultimate Girls Trip. If you saw Ultimate Girls Trip, they fell out because Cynthia felt like Kenya was being buddy-buddy with one of the other women on the cast. And was just like... Hold on, let me close that door right quick. Now they want to apologize and shit. And I'm about to get text messages apologizing. I forgot you was recording. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I closed their door. Hopefully, I had to leave frame. Like I said, my reviews be as real as possible. Ain't shit gonna change. Okay, where am I? So yeah, Cynthia comes in. Don't nobody got bad blood with Cynthia, of course. So Cynthia starts explaining her confessional why her and Kenya, well, we knew they fell out on Ultimate Girls Trip. If you watch Ultimate Girls Trip, they fell out because Kenya was buddy-buddy with somebody, Cynthia, and wasn't feeling it, jealous, whatever you want to call it. And among other stuff. And they bring up, Kenya brings up in the confessional, they reconnected at one of the another housewife from a different franchise's wedding. Yeah, they made up there. Kenya consoled Cynthia about her mother, who had just been diagnosed with breast cancer. So that's how they reconnected. So the ladies sit down. Monyetta be low-key messy too. Because Sheree was just saying, I can't wait to see Drew, see how this pop off. And you know we waiting for Drew because of the whole kiss situation. So Monyetta like, where's Drew? So the ladies start talking about the whole kiss situation. Candy was like, well, I'm still a little pissed off about what you told me, Sheree, about her saying I was producing and all that other stuff. So this is when Drew and Ralph, they arrive. So Drew saying hey to everybody, Ralph saying hey to everybody. Then we get this random ass scene of Ralph and Marlo like kicking. And I was just like, okay. Because he had just sent her that text message. So he was like, what he was saying? No, she was saying, oh, Scott Lee running late because some lady got into a car wreck and he was helping her out the car. She's showing him pictures of his hand all scarred up from being a good Samaritan. And Ralph was like, oh, he saved the day. He a hero. And they chuckling about it. And I was just like, okay, this is weird. Because he just sent that text last episode going on you. This is when Kenya does the whole, Drew, I got that same dress. Kenya in the confessional. Who wore it better? Because I look like fresh up off the runway or some shit she said. I just said, come on, Kenya. So this is when Marlo and Ralph, they get into it. They try to toast. Marlo's like, let's toast to knowing the facts before we address someone. Ralph not even making no faces this whole conversation. It's weird. You can't even read Ralph. What is he thinking? So he was like, I got mad love for you, Marlo, but when Drew called me with all that stuff, I just felt like it was real disrespectful. And Marlo was like, well, Drew was telling a whole bunch of lies because all I did was say that we work in the same field, which is tech. And she was like, was that too much? And Marlo was like, well, she was like, I respect you because I like you. And I know it must be hard. You waking up not knowing what personality you going to get every morning. Even Ralph laughs. I was like, oh, gosh. Ralph laughs at that. He was like, I hold Drew accountable. Drew, Marlo ain't trying to hear that. She cussed him off. She was like, yeah, we just going to toast. She was in a confessional like, Ralph knows his wife was a liar. She was like, I ain't going to beat a dead horse. We can say the same thing for you, though, Marlo. You be lying, too. So Cynthia asks, Kenya, are you dating? You know Monyetta, since she the one hooked her up, and she over there glowing, ain't she? Kenya was like, we are. I'm just so happy that we're friends. We're friends first, though. And Cynthia was like, I'm happy. I'm glad. So this is when LaToya shows up. And when LaToya showed up, I ain't gonna hold you, I was happy because I was like, not because I care for her that much, but I was like, finally, we about to get to the truth. But no. We got to a whole bunch of gaslighting and pointing the fingers at other people. It was just like, what? So LaToya gets there. And what happens after? Do they immediately go upstairs? Where they at? No, so LaToya gets there, whispers in Candy's ear, I'm upset with you. So I'm just like, so Candy's like, what'd I do? So LaToya was like, well, whatever happened in Portugal, I wasn't there to defend myself and it hurt my feelings. And I'm just like, girl, what does that have to do with Candy? Candy was in the video, and Candy said that y'all kissed, and like, what? I was like, why is she? I was like, is she trying to turn this around on Candy? So this is when Candy was like, all right, let's go upstairs and talk. Candy, Drew, Latoya. They go upstairs to talk. And Drew sits on Latoya's lap. Like, where you gonna sit? I'm gonna sit right here. And I'm just like just so high and mighty, like she, like her point about to be proven. And I was just like, no. I was just like, this is about to be a whole lot of some bullshit. I just knew it was. So this is when Latoya was like, oh, I want Marlo to come up here. So I was like, why are they trying to bring Marlo in just because she recorded it? It would have came out either way on, oh no, that was the phones. It was a phone recording. Either way though, people record all the time on the Housewives show. Off when y'all not filming with the real cameras. Like, get out of here. She's not even the one y'all should be talking to right now. Y'all should be talking to Candy. Candy's the one that said y'all kissed. Marlo just recorded the situation happening and sent it to Latoya, who's already in the room. So why does Marlo even have to be in there? Like, come on now. If that's the case, Marlo Monguetta should be in there too. Even though she wasn't recording at the time, she was recording still. It's still like, if that's the case, everybody in that room should be in that room. If that was in the recording. Like, come on. Like, I was just like, what? Why are we calling Marlo up? It didn't make sense to me. So once Marlo comes, Don Juan goes to get Marlo. So Latoya, she was like, me and Drew's relationship is bipolar, but now we've solved our issues. And then I get these videos from Marlo in Portugal. Candy was in her confession like, yeah, y'all relationship bipolar all right. I be stuttering like shit. Y'all relationship bipolar all right. She was like, nah, it's more bi. Yeah, the way Drew just came and sat on her lap. But I feel like Drew just did that because she feel like she about to be justified. So she just be like, yeah, I ain't kiss her, but I must come sit on her lap. Just some weird shit. Thought it was cute. I don't know. So this is when Marlo comes in. So Marlo starts saying, yeah, I sent you the video because you said Drew always said nice things about you. So I wanted to show you what she was saying about you. So this is when, what'd she say? Then Marlo was like, yeah, Latoya said that the videos hurt her feelings. So this is when Latoya started fucking backtracking. She was like, I said that it was fake of Drew to say those things when we were supposed to be in a better place, but we're good now. Something she said like that. So then Drew was like, and the video was edited. And I was just in my head like, why? Who cares about the video? We want to know if y'all can, like, make it make sense. Latoya's here. You're not saying anything. Like, that whole situation was throwing me off. Like, what's going on right now? And why isn't Moneta in there? I don't even know, man. So this is when Marlo was like, this is why I gave Marlo MVP of the episode, because I was like, Marlo was like, I ain't edit shit. She was like, I ain't edit shit. And scene. And walk the fuck out. That was just the same damn thing. Fuck you talking about? Why am I even in here? And then you talking about I edited. Edited what? What are you talking about? And why am I even in here? Sent the damn video and y'all ain't trying to admit to what was in the video. Like, what? No. And scene. I would have did the same fucking thing. That was hilarious. Perfect moment. I know Candy wanted to laugh. She ain't laugh, but I know she wanted to. And scene. Mark walked the fuck out on their ass. I don't blame her. Some fucking edited. This is when Candy gets back on Latoya and Drew ass. She was like, I don't care. What she say? She's like, y'all ain't gonna be sitting up here calling me a fucking liar. They ain't had no type of mouth for Candy the way they just had it for Marlo. I was just like, look at these little birds. Drew gonna talk about something. I was just like, come on, man. Look at these birds. They ain't had nothing for Candy. The way they just had it for Marlo. They was quiet. So this is when Candy brings up the whole, well, Sheree told me you said I was producing this, that, and the third to Drew. So Drew was like, well, you know, if Candy Barris say something, then you know that's what the narrative gonna go with. Trying to make it seem like she bigging up Candy at the same time. I was just like, bruh, come on, stop it, Drew. Cause like, what are you talking about right now? You gotta have the same energy for Candy you just had for Marlo. Cause you did say that. You said it worse than I feel like what she said was worse than what Sheree brung back to Candy. Cause what Drew actually said was she said Candy trying to lie and say I kissed Latoya because she trying to see if I'm gonna be with kissing her on the movie. And I was just like, that's what Sheree should have told, but Candy seen it. So, because you know she got that whole speak on it. So I know Candy seen it. She probably was like, oh, that's what was really said. And Sheree just brung back the producing situation. But in the same sense, the way they made the show seem, Candy cut Sheree off before she could finish. As soon as she heard that producing word, Candy was like, are you serious? Cut her off. So maybe Sheree didn't get to say that part about she wanted to kiss her or something. But either way. So yeah, so Drew just blew me. You know, when Candy Barrett says the narrative, that's what the narrative goes. Candy wasn't feeling that. She's like, nah, man, I ain't trying to hear that bullshit. Like, she basically was like, nah, you backtracking now. Like, it was a whole bunch of backtracking with Drew and Latoya. So this one, Latoya was like, do you feel like Candy is a genuine person? Drew was like, yeah, of course, I feel like Candy is a genuine, absolutely, I feel like she's a genuine person. So this one, Latoya was like, so why don't you believe her when she says that we kissed? And I'm just like, why is this even a question? Admit that y'all kissed. Latoya, admit it. You said it on the reunion, but now you backtracking because Drew don't want you to say it. Is she paying? I don't know what's going on right now. Why is this even a question to Drew? That's a weird ass question for the situation that's happening. So I'm just like, what the fuck is happening? It was just gaslighting at this point. I don't even know. So she was like, so why don't you believe Candy when she says we kissed? So Drew was like, well, I just feel like Candy just fantasized us kissing. So Candy was like, oh my gosh. So Candy was like, this is when Drew and her confession talking about something. Yeah, I would fantasize about me and Latoya too. We're it girls or we're hot girls or something, she said. And I'm just like, no, Drew. No. It's like a little, I don't even know right now. Can't think of it. Candy was like, we just going to agree to disagree. That's all you can do. Because they just gaslight. They not even saying anything. So they go back out to the other ladies. And the ladies like, okay, did we figure out the truth? And Candy's like, at this point, we just going to agree to disagree. So this is when the producers, they asked Drew, why is everyone, more specifically Latoya and Candy, saying that you kissed Latoya? So Drew was like, but that's because Candy said it on an interview. And then they show a clip of Candy saying that, saying to Latoya that her and Drew was cuddled up on the Bolo trip. And Latoya's like, no, we didn't. We weren't. So Drew says, yeah, Candy said that in the interview. And since me and Latoya was beefing at the time, Latoya just ran with it and thought it was cute to say at the reunion. This is all the stuff Drew's saying. So Drew's like, it never happened. Even Latoya said it didn't happen. So then they show some more of the same clip. Candy saying, I could have swore that you and Drew kissed. And she was like, if I misjudged the moment, then I can accept I'm wrong. And then they slow down her saying, I'm wrong. And I'm just like, what are they trying to do with Candy this season? What are they trying to do with her? They trying to make it seem like she a liar? Like, cause Toya backtracking? I don't like that from Drew. I was liking it in the beginning, but now you just throwing me off. Talking about something, I just don't like liars or some shit she said. I can't, like, what? Do we see previews for the next episode? I think we did, but I can't remember. I can't never remember the previews for the next episode. I think I talked about one of them very shortly in this review. I don't remember. Does anything special happen next episode? I don't remember. Except Drew telling Ralph she gotta go away for 10 days for the movie. Ralph don't give a fuck. What Marlo said, Ralph gonna be on the Vegas Strip. But nah. Is anything else happening? No, excuse me. I can't remember. That's how you know this season must have been dry. Anyway, thanks for watching this review, even with all the loudness in the background, all the shit that's been happening throughout this whole review. Thanks for watching it if you watched it all the way to the end. Please comment below what you thought of the episode, what you thought about what I talked about, if I forgot anything, if I was off on anything. All that good, bad stuff, comment below. Like and subscribe to my channel, if I didn't say that before. And, yeah, I'll see y'all in the next review. Peace.